In the blue corner, fighting out of Plymouth, England, standing at 6'1" tall and weighing 155 pounds, with a record of 1-0, Daniel Toure! And in the red corner, fighting out of Krakow, Wales, standing at 6'3" tall and weighing 155 pounds, with a record of 2-0, Tate!
Here we go, Brett. First fight of the night. Tate Groves, Dan Toure. Are we looking forward to this one?
Super excited, especially the new talent that's on the card here. You know, obviously earlier on in these cards, you see the youngsters coming through, the ones with the least amount of fights. Good leg kick there.
Another good leg kick. You can see from the last time we watched him, he's looking a lot sharper on the feet.
I was going to say, Tate looks really good, composed. You know, you can see he's been working with Stephen Gifford down in Celtic Pride.
He's also been travelling back and forth to Renegade quite a bit, doing training there.
You know, Renegade's one of them gyms as well, where we got a good head kick there. Partially blocked by Dan. To the fence now. Dan's got that overhook, which will, you know, help him out for a bit, but what he's got to try and do is not let Tate connect the hands up, which he's done nicely. Now he's got the underhook, but Tate, that's exactly what Tate needs to do. You know, you don't really want a guy to settle in on the fence. You know, when your back's on the fence, you're automatically on the back foot there. Breaks away, lovely.
I think Tate's better keeping a distance because he just seems to be able to pick him off with a strike in.
Yeah, the leg kicks are playing a factor as well. You see by Dan, nice leg kick by Dan though there. Lovely shot. Lovely takedown. There we are, inside the full guard. What Tate doesn't want though at this moment is his arm. You can see there that Dan's got that overhook on Tate's left arm. You guys back home can't really see it, but what he wants, he's got the arm kind of wrapped behind his back. He wants to take it out and try and get some bicep control. The problem is from here now is Tate is unable to land efficient ground and pound because one of his arms is completely trapped. So realistically, what he should do is concentrate on trying to get that left arm out and work on the ground and pound. In the meantime, though, Dan is trying to, you know, use the heels on the legs, maybe tire his legs out. A little TP coming here. It's a submission, but it's very tough to finish. This is, you know what I mean. And looking at Tate's face there, he looks quite composed. There we are. I thought he might have let go of that.
If you were Dan, what would you be doing now to try and get back up from this?
Yeah, like look, these kicks could be effective, but you want to be concentrating more on trying to get back to your feet. I understand the logic why he's doing it. Maybe when they get back to the feet later in the round, that he's deadened his legs up a little bit. But the only issue is that he's still on his back here, and he needs to kind of improve the position, as in trying to get back to his feet, or even reverse position, or even throw up sub attempts. The problem is when you're at your heel kicking the thigh like he's doing, you're not concentrating on actually finishing the fight by throwing up a sub. Looking at his guard though, you can see he's got an active guard, so I don't see why he doesn't go for them sub attempts.
As far as the judges, they're probably looking at this like Tate's in control as opposed to Dan.
Yeah, 100%. And going off earlier in the round as well, that he had the striking advantage in my opinion. On my unofficial scorecard, I'd say that Tate has got that 10-9. But really good round, really good first round for Tate, and not a bad first round for Dan either. Obviously, that first round's out the way. It's the first fight of the night. Try and get the jitters out of there. And no fairness, we're going into the second round now. So, but very impressed with Tate's striking. You can see that he's improved a lot since the last time we've seen him.
Definitely improved a lot since the last time. It'd be interesting to see how both of them game plan now coming into round 2. If Dan's going to look to take it to the ground or stay striking with Tate, I'll be interested to find out. Yeah,
that'll be very interesting. I think if Dan can come out, maybe put Tate on his back, because that's the only position we haven't seen Tate at the minute is on his back. So, maybe that's a place where he can take him, where he can, gain an advantage.
Here we go for round 2. A lot of respect shown between the two.
Nice head kick there, partially blocked with Dan. Nice spinning kick. Nice. That was beautiful. That was timed. Dan coming in on that like, front teep and managed to catch the leg as well.
Just looks a touch quicker than him at the minute.
He does, yeah. Nice body kick. There's a bit of redness on both legs. You can see a little bit of redness on Tate's leg as well. You can see on the broadcast there. Nice. Got to watch the neck though. Got to watch the neck. Connect the hands up. Just got to watch that neck though. There you go. You can see that redness on that leg, on them underneath them white shorts there. There you go. Good feint in from Tate.
Yeah, you can see, I think Dan changed stances then, trying to avoid the leg kick.
Yeah. Dan's just got to be careful when he's committing in to keeping his hands a little bit higher. Good takedown, timed perfectly by Tate. Lovely. Now, this is where I'd like to see maybe Dan change something up. The first round, this didn't, obviously he's landing damage. The problem is you haven't really got enough time for that damage to come into play, if you know what I mean.
He's not going to reap the rewards of it, is he, on his back?
Yeah, this is a 3-3-minute round fight, not a 5-minute round fight. And I think these little axe kicks to the thigh here are, there's better things to do, in my opinion. He looks good off his back, though, Dan, all fairness to him. He looks really good off his back here. I don't see why he won't throw up a couple of sub attempts from here. And if I was Tate, I'd be looking to get bicep control, if he can. The Tate's right arm now is being overhooked. This is the thing, this is one of my specialities, is that I like the ground and pound aspect of the sport. So if you're an amateur fighter, you want to try and get the hands on the inside of the biceps. One, that puts the fighter on bottom, then they can't really overhook your arm and control that arm. As you can see here now, Dan's able to use his slaps because Tate is unable to use his right arm. Realistically, that one bicep control there, perfect. Now he needs to do the other side. And I think that would make Tate's grown opponent that little bit more efficient then.
So Tate needs to kind of get a bit of posture up, get that arm out.
Yeah. Like, it's tough, man. It's tough. Like my earlier days, these guys have got so much to learn, and they're looking so good. They're looking, for the amount of time they've been in the sport, they're very mature in their decisions, what they're doing. There's that guard who's telling you about. Nice. Trying to go for the omoplata here. Nice work. End of the round, brilliant. So very similar to the first round, really. Now, if I'm Dan, if I'm Dave Matthews, and I know Dave Matthews is going to have a good chat with him to say, look, we think you're 2 rounds here, you're going to need to start changing things up. But yeah, like I said, it was more or less a carbon copy of that first round.
It was exactly that.
Other than, I felt like Dan was a little bit more confident to try and go for his own things. The only thing I'd say is for Dan, when he is committing in the pocket, make sure his hands are nice and high. And for Tate, you know, I understand though, Dan's got a very active guard. You can see when he was on his back, he's not afraid to be there. But with Tate, like get the inside hands on the biceps. Don't let your opponent overhook them arms, because once they overhook you, that arm becomes useless for ground and pound.
If you were Tate coming into this third round, obviously he's took him down twice, looks good on the scorecards, but he seems to have the number on him when he's standing up too. You know, maybe that would be a better option for him, but... Yeah,
you are right, but, you know, this is good experience for him, though. He's going into, let's just say, you know, at the end of the day, he's an MMA fighter, and this is not to say that he doesn't work on all aspects, but you can see he's very confident on the feet. Looks brilliant. Nice right hand there, that caught. Nice takedown into the triangle position, though. Right, he needs to posture up now. Needs to posture up. He's doing the right thing with the posture. What Dan needs to do is break that posture and pull his head down. You've got to be careful of the full mount here. He's got them long legs though, Tate, as this might save him. This could save Tate though. The fact he's got these long legs, Dan's doing the right thing by pushing him out. The only thing is I think he's losing that. Oh, he's in the full mount position now. Oh,
and he's out
Tate
there.
survives. Brilliant work.
How dangerous was that position?
That was a really good, and he's got the back now. I've got 2 hooks in. He's got the second hook in now, looking for the back.
Is he under the neck there? I can't really tell from here. I'd say not quite.
Not quite. Fair play, whatever Dave Matthews has said to Dan, he's gone out and done it. Good wrist control here. You're gonna definitely see Tate try to drown the round out, maybe occasionally go for the choke. But this is a very good position for Tate to be in, considering that he was put in the full triangle. And all fairness, he did the right things there, considering he's a new guy in the sport. He did all the right things to get out of that position. He's got the back now. Go for the body triangle. Looking for that rear naked choke. I can't really see it. So across the chin. It's across the chin. Dan's doing the right thing by attacking the arm. Now he's got a full mount. Now he's hitting the back. It'd be nice to see him flatten him out here if he can. Start throwing a little bit. Oh, he's got the wrist control. Dan's back on top. Lovely. Here we go. Dan needs something here. So this is exactly what he needs to do. Lovely shots there.
1 minute 15
Counter.
left in this round.
Nice on top.
Back and forth
Brilliant.
action by
Shot.
both men. Look at
Great
that
stuff.
shot.
Great shot. Brilliant
1 minute
work.
left in the
Brilliant work
round.
from the two men.
This round
He's
is
got to
back
keep
and
working.
forth
He's just got to
action.
keep working. Dan's doing the right thing. He's upsetting the momentum here a little bit, Dan, but he can't afford to wait on the fence. He needs to get off the fence and try someone else out. It's been not a bad pace fight either, so you can expect both gentlemen to be slightly tired, like, you know, from here on out. Tate trying his best here. There we go. Keeping him on his back there.
30 seconds left.
Yeah.
I think Dan needs to do something here, because I think the first 2 rounds, Brett.
Yeah,
probably
you know, they
going
were
towards
definitely Tate round. And like, look, and even this round's been close. Both guys have had their success in this round. You know, Dan had the triangle, Tate had the rear naked choke. But looking here now, Tate's doing all the right things. Brilliant work from the two guys. I think Dan knows there. But look, that, you know, the fight itself went exactly, I think, the way that Tate expected. You know, it was off a kick, and Tate had swept Dan, but unfortunately landed in that triangle. Look, my unofficial scorecards, I've got it 2-1, potentially 3-0 to Tate. I think Dan did absolutely fantastic. And in that third round, you can see, one thing I'll say about the Lions Den guys is they always come in shape, they're always fit. I don't think I've ever seen one of them gas out completely. It was a good fight, high level fight for 2 young guys in the game, and yeah, brilliant experience for both guys.
Definitely. massive respect between the two. You can see that.
It's fucking real. I'm the Crip Mafia.
There's Tate speaking to
Great
his
work,
cage
great
side.
work, champ. Great work.
Well done,
great
mate.
Work. Yeah. Nah, like I said, you know, I think he's confident. I think he seems confident there.
And we're about to find out, Brett.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you agree, what an amazing first fight of the evening! And after the 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard, where we have a unanimous decision